Hello, everyone. It's Val. Welcome. I'm so glad that you could join me. Um, well, 12, number 2. She's done. It took me a month, almost to the day, to do this big, chunky lady. Look at her. And I just put her on the scale. Let me show you. I just put her on the scale, and what does she weigh? 5 pounds and almost 5 ounces. So, yeah, the insanity. It's real. She's 10 1/4 inches high, and she's 9 1/4 inches wide. And her spine, which I measured the inside of the spine, she's 2.5 inches on the spine. She's got 6 signatures. I used 5-hole pamphlet stitch like I normally do. Any large book, I use a 5-hole stitch. Sewing in the signatures. She's got quite a bit of cloth collage here on the spine. Let me show you the back. So you saw me doing the book boards on her, covering the book boards 1 month ago, but yeah, it's taken me a month to finish her. So she's got some antique lace here and of course the vintage cloth, and I put 12. Now, having 6 signatures, if you put 2 months per signature, then you get 12 months. So yeah, so I'll show you. She's primarily a writing or a writer's journal. So she's got just a tie closure, and let me move her over. And I have this underneath because you'll see quite a bit of this antique book. The pages are just beautiful in this book, but the pages are so brittle. But I wanted to use a lot of that. I have a couple volumes, and that's what's left of one of the volumes. Isn't that cool? Look at that tape. That's the real deal. And then I haven't pulled open or undone the spine on this one. But anyway, I wanted to show you one of the antique books that I took apart and used. That's a heavy book. I had to put it over there. And then I used this. I found this 1934 date book from a doctor, and they are perforated pages. And so I put every month in there of the pages that I could, that, it's just a pretty cool little piece. But anyway, I thought that would be fun for writing on. So let's open her up. We're already 3 minutes in and haven't done anything. So, wow, she's got to be bent because she's a stiff one. But anyway, I put a lot of stuff in her pockets. There are really, I don't know how many of these envelopes I constructed. And this is all a lot of antique collage in this envelope. But yeah, stuff. And there's nothing in here because I included them because I figured, it's a nice place to put notes or little special papers or whatever you have, or photographs or whatever. But yeah, lots of writing room. So yeah, here's a tuck here, some antique bits there. That's from the autographic mirror, as you will see quite a bit throughout. And let's see, in this pocket here, I've got a old letter with the actual letter inside. This is from 1923, I think. And yeah, a little charm on this, cute little charm here on that I made. And more piece in there. So, and this is a little antique piece. I'll lift all 5 pounds of her up so you can see. It says many happy returns of the day. And that is the only portion I could salvage on that postcard. Or maybe it was a greeting card. I don't remember. But anyway, then I made 6 of these. They're little month places to write. I don't know what you'd call them, just journaling cards. But on the back, it has February. And then I've got all 12 months, so 6 of these placed in here. You can see the little doctor's notepad from 1934, I think, yes, in there. And this, of course, is just another piece from the autographic mirror, which you can write on. So, yeah, and so lots of papers. Okay, so 432 pages in this journal. So I tried to make it so that half of the signature, and you can see the antique and vintage and modern papers that I have in here, but half of the signature would accommodate 1 month of writing. And that's kind of how I figured out how to do this. Yeah, so, and the center of each signature has places to slip things in. Here's another one of those envelopes, and they're not all the same. They're all different, but I'm going to open this up so you can see the interior of it. And yeah, so pretty paper there. I don't know what digital that is. I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I did. So this is January, and then this part starts February. So let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, I put number 2. Okay, so this part starts February. Sorry, a little confused. So, you know, you got plenty of pages to write. I just figured, what's a journal for? It's for writing, or if you want to do collage or drawing, sketching, whatever. There you go. So I tried to put a lot of these, and I did have to use Tim Holtz sellotape on this one, but I tried to put all the months in here from that gorgeous doctor's date book. And here's another one of those envelopes. And yeah, I did include some of the Tim Holtz people. Quite a bit of lace for me. I don't usually do a whole lot of lace in a journal, but I really did want to make a journal that somebody could write in every day, or whatever, every day. So lots of bits and pieces in there, lots of pockets. Here's another one of those little places that you can just jot some quick notes. Here's another under this belly band, those envelope that you can keep stuff in. And yeah, so here's another one of those little cards that have 2 months, one on each side of the card. Here's a little antique postcard in there. And not a super lot of collage in here. Like I said, I wanted to keep it as mostly a writer's journal. But of course, you can use it for whatever you wish. It's got pockets. Here's another one of those envelopes. And all have baker's twine string for closure. And so I'm not going to take any more things out. I'll just show you where the pockets are, because I probably won't remember where they all go. But yeah, quite a combination of different papers. As per normal, I use a lot of the Pepin papers, and here's some parchment, and here's antique ledger, and book page, of course, some digitals, because this is a digital. So here's another pocket here. I love that autographic mirror because it's just such a pretty thing to be able to go through that book and see all kinds of different writing samples of mostly famous people, or just different figures in history. Here's an antique letter. I don't know the date on that one. It's there somewhere, I'm sure. Beautiful Pepin papers. I put a lot of Pepin paper in here and a lot of stained paper that I stained. Here's some more little bits in that pocket and little pocket here. Oh, this is from, I wasn't going to take anything out, and here I am taking stuff out. A Sears Roebuck catalog. It's a repro of a Sears Roebuck catalog, and it's a stationery department. I thought that was pretty cool, so I included it in there. Some interesting finds, little bits of lace again. So you can see how I set this book up. And did I tell you she weighs over 5 pounds? So yeah, here's another envelope there. And yeah, little journaling, large journaling card in there. Another one of those little doctor's little memo books. I guess that's a memo sheet or whatever you call it. And I used pieces of cloth. This is a Tim Holtz fabric. And I enjoyed that. Here comes one of my favorite pages from this piano roll. It says, asked her if she'd marry me, and what do you think she said? Well, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I really enjoyed using the papers. Here's some Braille paper here. Here's a little antique postcard from, and I don't know the date on that, but it's a 1-center. It is a divided back, whatever that means. It says Happy Days. I thought that was so cute. Little pieces in there. This is from 1903, this little letter, and I did support them. So they're all supported. Here's from some sort of logarithms book. I put these guys up here. I thought they looked really cool. Sorry for the glare on my lamp. Here's another pocket here, another pocket here. I really enjoyed making this book. And again, it took me a month. Of course, it wasn't a solid month, but I worked on it as much as I possibly could. That's a little antique piece there. And among doing a bunch of other stuff. Oh, this answers the question. She said she wouldn't marry me if the rest of the world was... Okay, well, I think you can figure out what the other word was. So this is from 1921. Lots of fun papers to do whatever you wish with. Lots of pockets to hide stuff in. Here's another pocket here. Yeah, so fun. So I hope you guys have been well. I've been missing you because, as you know, it's been a month since I've done a video. But anyway, and it's almost 2025. This is 1901 here. I constructed a little pocket here. This is a digital, put on Pepin paper. Here's another flip. This has got a pocket here. This has got a pocket back here. And then plenty of writing space there. I hope the camera got that. I didn't check. And so I numbered all the places where the months change. Forgot to show you that. So I just think that it would make a nice writing journal. So she's in my Etsy right now if you're interested. And she is a little bit costly, and apologize for that. But anyway, here's an upper tuck here with a pocket. These little boys, they're so cute. let me push this back in here. There we go. That's where that goes. And here's an envelope, another one that goes right up underneath there. And yeah, this is one of my favorite Pepin papers. I had to include that. Again, these cards are double-sided. Put a little acetate there to protect the months. Here's some, it is handmade paper, but I don't know if it's machine. I don't know. I know I bought a package of it, and it's pretty. It's just pretty paper, and it's nice to use. Little Edith Holden in here, because it's December. So I don't know if you remember the original 12, but I will post down below a link to the original 12 last year. She was a little chunky, and each individual signature was its own month last year, but this I wanted to combine 2 months in one signature. And yeah, so I hope you like it. And, you know, I hope it gets you a little thought about, you know, maybe a journal you'd like to do too. So yeah, kind of fun. I did put quite a bit of some antique postcards in here too, because they're fun to write on as well. Oh yes, I included here, tied around these little boys, some little identification tags that you can just put these throughout, and you know, write your own whatever you want on there to identify whatever you want in the signatures. So yeah, and here's the last page. I put all kinds of things in the tuck in the pocket, and here's a couple of antique pieces here. This one is from 1925. I just thought this was beautiful, and I had to include it. The L.L. Brown Paper Company. And it's got the actual letter in there from 1925. And this here is from 1880s something, but it's a nice blank piece of paper with a watermark in there. So I wanted to include that as well. And there's a little hidden pocket where I put my card. So anyway, there you go. So you saw the start of this book a month ago, and here is the finish of it. And it's got a little bias ribbon here to close it up. Wow. It was almost 20 minutes, I think. I'll give you a look on the spine and on the back. It's the same vintage cloth on the back. And this is some antique lace that I put on there. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're curious at all, want to go to my Etsy, that's great. And if you're not, you just like this flip through. Sorry, I couldn't say that. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you could join me. All right, take care. Till next time. Bye, everyone.